Why did you trust him?
He didn't look like that type of person. He looked like a good person. The way he played with everybody, kids, the way he did his job, when he needed to do his job, buffing them floors, he didn't look like an intimidated person. Missing. I was under the impression that she was still at my sister's house where I left her and under the care of my mother.
Some people would say, why didn't you call police if your daughter was missing?
I didn't want to lose my other 3 kids. That's why I didn't call the police.
Sources familiar with the investigation say Child and Family Services knew of multiple problems with the 28-year-old mother's ability to care for her 4 young children as far back as 2007, including a lack of food in the home, insufficient shelter, medical neglect, inadequate supervision, and at least one report of the mother hitting one of her sons.
Police chief said, quote, "We cannot ignore the possibility that he may have killed her."
That got my head messed up. But I don't even know what to say on that. It's a lot of things scrambling in my head, but I am going to say the public cannot fault me at this. And I thought I could have trust in my mother and my sister. You know, it's things that the public don't know. For instance, one, my mother told me that this man told her that if anything happened to him and his wife today or tomorrow, my daughter would be set. What does that mean? Welcome to the podcast, A2 Podcast. The acronym meaning, is it important to you? If it is, there's no judgment. If it isn't, there's no judgment. We can agree to disagree. So really quick, we want to talk about, it's a 10-year-old case. It came on my algorithm and I never had heard this story and I really was interested in it. It was about a case that happened March 1st, 2014, over 10 years ago, with 8-year-old Relisha Rudd in Washington, D.C. Um, her mom let her go with an adult. She was living in a homeless shelter with her 4 children, and she let her go for the weekend with a guy that worked at the homeless shelter. And since then, she hasn't been seen. She was 8 years old. Mom had several cases with CPS, lack of food, insufficient shelter, hitting one of the children. CPS never removed the child, none of her children from the home until Relisha was reported missing, and mom did not want to file a missing report. What are your thoughts about mom letting her leave with this guy, Khalil Tatum? He was a janitor at the homeless shelter. And she said she had no idea. She said she thought he was a good person. You let your 8-year-old leave with an adult male for the weekend, you say, and you see her walking in the hotel with him. I don't know if you saw that little clip. What do you
They were
think?
walking down the hallway.
Yeah, that I don't, just to see her and she was alive right there. My heart just dropped because it's no telling, and that was a motel. What do you think was going through the mother's head, letting her 8-year-old leave with a grown man for the weekend? She said,
The mom is dumb.
"Really?
Yes, the mom
I
is dumb.
guess you can't. I guess you can't cut it.
This story.
Got to give it to him raw like that."
The mom is dumb. She don't really care.
Mm-hmm. And let me inform you, CPS ended up removing the rest of the children from her care. What makes me upset though is because you see dad being interviewed, right? And he went on the Steve Wilkos show, but he doesn't have care of his boys, and that's really upsetting because they are in the foster care system. Um, I'm not understanding why he wouldn't try to fight for his children and you just comfortable with leaving them in foster care. But do you think a lot of people were saying that they believe she sold her daughter for drugs? I don't know her. What do you think? Do you get that impression from the little clip they showed? And what do you think about her not wanting to file a missing person report?
Find a missing person report for what? You know
When
that.
I was first missing, okay, like say you go missing, Allie, and you were 10 years old. After 24 to 48 hours, I think for adults it's 48 hours, but why wouldn't I want to file a missing report with the police to put out a, like an Amber Alert to find you? They said the mom did not want to do it at first. Why wouldn't you want to put out a missing person? So people
18 days.
and also a missing person report is so if she winds up in another state and somebody sees that on the news and they say, "Oh, that's the little girl I seen on the news," I get on the phone and call 911. But if you don't file a missing person report, and that child is in Florida, nobody will know that that's not his child. So it's like weird. She didn't want to file a missing persons report on her daughter, 8-year old.
18 days.
She had been missing, right?
You knew your child is dead and gone. That's why you did that.
Now we can't say that
Yes.
they haven't found her body. They
Man.
haven't found no remains, but they did find
If
out.
cause it's gone, cause he made her disappear. That's why. She would
And
be 18 right now. It's not that hard to find an 18-year-old, especially if you broadcasted it all around the world and how
right,
she looked. Be serious.
and then when Relisha, the 8-year old, was missing, they went. Khalil Tatum, he killed his wife, and then days later, or that same day, they found that he committed suicide. He took his own life. So that right there makes me think that he did something to this little girl. Because why would he kill himself?
Because he killed her for is a murder suicide.
And it's so sad because as a mom, why would you let your
Why
eight
don't you
year
just let her go? Like
old
you
and if you listen to parts of that video, she is kind of trying to blame her mom and sister, saying her mom was saying, "Oh, this guy has this much money," and so that right there, oh, she's set for life. If my wife and me pass away, so that right there is telling me you sold your daughter.
she
That
did
right there, because you
for
talking
free.
about, huh?
For free.
Exactly. You talking about all this stuff, this what your mom and what your sister was saying he has, but it's weird and she's angry with everybody and want is trying to make everybody else be accountable but not herself. And it's just weird. You have none of your kids, lady, and you are angry with the world. You should be angry with yourself. And I think she need to go to jail.
She
Because
does.
yeah, I think that's Allie, that's neglect. You don't sell your child. I don't care what nobody says. We can agree to disagree respectfully with each other. You sold your child. Child prostitution is illegal, ma'am. You sold your child. I'll find a way to prove it. I don't care. You going to jail.
Yeah.
That's it. So, and then and then even on the Still Wilkos show, I meant to tell you they all went on the Still Wilkos show, and you know how he give them the lie detector test on the Steve show, Allie.
Yeah.
Everybody took the test except the mom, the stepdad, the grandmother and the stepdad passed a test. The mother refused to take a test. And he even did an update and she refused to take a test. So that right there tells me that she know and she knew. I think she sold her daughter.
She did.
So yeah, and she lied about it. But she know and she knows that lie detector would it's gonna.
You keep saying she sold her daughter.
At least she sold her daughter. It's
You
it's
gotta get money for it to sell something.
well, when I say you're right, but she's not gonna tell us that though. She's not gonna tell you that oh, he gave me such and such and told me this and that. She's not gonna say that because she's gonna implicate herself in a crime. So of course she's you know using the right words, so she doesn't implicate herself in a crime. But I believe she sold her daughter.
She
So
she
yeah,
sold her for $50.
I don't know about $50, but it was for
That's probably what it was, because he looked broke himself. He don't
he,
even look like
he was,
he got it like that.
yeah, he was a janitor at the homeless shelter. That's why. And okay, I don't want to judge people, but usually some people be like they work at them homeless shelters. They used to be homeless, or they had other things going on themselves. And she was saying how he used to play with all the other kids and stuff. Like that right there is creepy right there. So it's just weird. But let us know what you guys think about this case. It's a 10-year-old case with Relisha Rudd, 8-year-old that went missing, and they have yet to find her. Her mom let her leave with a employee in a homeless shelter they were living in for the weekend, and she has never been returned. And he killed himself. He killed his wife, then killed himself. And let us know what you think about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for listening.
I woke up in the morning and I saw Relisha and I was angry. I woke up and I saw Relisha and she made me happy.
Bring her back. Just bring her back. Just bring her back. Safe.
Just really, please, we just want to bring Relisha home. And Relisha, if you are watching this, we miss you and we love you.